Today I'm going to be making music with the application My Singing Monsters Composer. Let's go ahead and get started. I am a furcon and I'll help you make your first song. So I haven't actually played My Singing Monsters before. A lot of people have actually told me to try it out, and when I went to go download the app the other day, I found this application instead, and I like the look of it a whole lot more than the normal game. It cost $8 though, so I hope it's worth it. It's on Mammoth. Oh yeah. Nice! It's actually reminding me a whole lot of Mario Paint. God. Okay, so we've actually got a full-on keyboard here. Why do I have to press record before I can try it out? Oh god. I don't want to save that. I screwed that up. Okay, now that we're all done with that tutorial, let's go ahead and start a new song. And I'm already lost. I've already forgotten what I have to do. Let's go through and have a listen to some of these monsters. Damn, that is a lot of stuff to work with. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Nice. Good old noggin. Fwog. Ooh.
No!
Don't think I'm going to be using that one. Damn, that's heavy. Good old T-Rocks. I might actually start off with this, Rare Deej. Now one thing I can't figure out is why there is background noise. Get rid of that. That's better. Anyway, let's get started off with our Rare Deej. It's actually a pretty cool sample. I'm liking that one. My god, everything's way too tiny. So I think before I start putting in any notes, I'm actually going to have to change my key signature. And I think we're just going to go for C sharp minor. That should do. It's so impossible to delete any notes. Yeah, that is sounding good so far. Let's just repeat that melody. Okay, so that took me quite a while. It's quite hard to put down notes, especially if you place the wrong one. It can be a bit hard to delete whatever note you put down because everything is so small. But anyway, I'm all finished with my first melody. Let's go ahead and have a listen to it. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so that is the first instrument taken care of. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I could actually use this. Let's give it a try. So I'm just using this Rare Bogart to put in a very simple bass line. Let's go. Oh my god. I need to zoom in. Let's go like that. Just go. Let's give that a try. Yeah, that loops pretty well. So I think the Rare Bogart was a success, and I think it's time to move on to the next instrument. I'm thinking we should go for some percussion. I'm quite liking the shell beat. Everything is really compressed though. Super loud. Where are all of these percussion sounds? Why does everything sound so weak? Oh my god. Put the snare in there. So now I've just looped my drum beat over a couple of times. Let's go ahead and have a listen to the finished beat. Yeah. Pretty happy with that. I think I'm just going to have to add on some extra drum sounds from some of these other monsters. I quite like the snare on this Rare T-Rocks. Yeah, that's good. So the basic drums are sounding pretty decent so far. I might add in some extra percussion sounds, but I'll come back to that later on. Let's just move on to adding in some more instruments. I think I'm going to add in some chords. I might try out these Moors. They sound pretty good. What? How am I going to use these? That actually kind of works. Oh god. Oh, let's see how that sounds. That is kind of working. I just need to figure out something for the end. Maybe that will sound better. I've just moved these notes from the third bar onward up a few semitones. Let's go ahead and have a listen to what it is sounding like now. Yeah. So I've added added in 6 different monsters here. My beat is starting to sound pretty full at the moment. I'm pretty happy with how it is sounding. I think I've got pretty much everything that I need. I only really need to make a 4-bar loop because you can actually go through and mix all of the instruments together in the performance mode. So yeah, anyway, here's my first beat made inside of My Singing Monsters composer. Enjoy! There we go, that is the first song, even though it says song 2, don't know what's going on there, it was still the first song that I've made inside of My Singing Monsters composer. So now that I have a better understanding of how this application works, I'm actually going to have a play around and try come up with some other beats, just because it is actually quite fun to play around with. So yeah, let's go ahead and start making some more beats. Okay, so let's go ahead and start a new project. And now for this beat, I actually want to try mixing things up a little bit, so I'm actually going to start off with some held notes. I'm not too sure which monsters are able to do held notes. I think this one here might be able to. Okay, so what should we do for our first chord? So let's just make our first chord. Just go like that, and now we just have to drag these notes out like that. So now I've got myself a nice little held chord. Let's go ahead and have a listen to it. Nice. Drag them out. I'm getting good at this. Now we just need to do our last chord for the progression. And I think that should pretty much be it. So let's go ahead and have a listen to our chord progression. So now I think it is time to move on to the next instrument. Maybe I'll give this flog a try. Wow. 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 Oh my god. I'm getting so confused. A little bit of that. And onto the last little progression. I think that is it for the flog. Let's go ahead and have a listen. I am liking that. That actually sounds really good. So now let's get off the flog and let's find a new instrument to use. I might actually try out this octopus. These can be held notes. It's a bit deep. And last note right there. Let's have a listen to that. There we go. Yeah, I think that works. Pretty happy with the octopus. Let's try out this shrub. That sounds pretty cool. Beatboxing sounds. Take that back. Those sound disgusting. So now I think it is time to start bringing in some drums. I really want to try out some different ones, so I might just stick with the percussion sounds. So I might go with, was it noggin? I think noggin was pretty good. Damn, that's fat. We'll just put in a little beat like that. Yeah, that is working well. I think we just need to layer it up with some other sounds. So I've just added in some hi-hats and a couple of crashes, and I think my drum pattern is pretty much finished. That wasn't the start. And now I think I'm starting to run out of room in this beat, so I might just add in one more monster. I'm not really too sure what I want. Maybe I'll use out this choir, and I'm just going to use it to create a little melody at the end of the 8 bars. That should do. And now that I'm all done with that, I think I'm pretty much finished with this beat. I ended up using a total of 14 monsters in this beat, and I like it a lot more than the first one. So here, anyway, here's my second beat made with My Singing Monsters composer. Enjoy! Again. So there we go. That is My Singing Monsters Composer. I must admit that that app is actually pretty fun to make music with. It is pretty much just a modern version of Mario Paint, but I actually think I enjoy this app a whole lot more. It's actually got a pretty decent selection of instruments or monsters, whatever you want to call them. There is also some really weird instruments which I don't think I'd ever use, but I still think this app is pretty decent and I think it would be a pretty good introduction to music making. And yeah, so that is the My Singing Monsters Composer app. I'll leave a link to it down in the description for anyone who wants to check it out. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I will see all of you in the tomorrow. I'll upload a video tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.